Mm. It's not looking good for some people in Port Charles. Hey, what's up, my General Hospital peeps? It's not really a review of any particular episode. It's just mostly just my thoughts about this week. And first of all, Jason, why didn't you take the shot? Yeah, he got all his sniper gear and got up on top of a roof or something, and looks like he was about to pop Cullom, but Brennan was there, and so he kind of hesitated. And I was like, I guess he didn't want to kill Brennan, but couldn't kill Cullom because then Brennan would have saw. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, he just packed up his stuff and then he went to go to Danny's game. Danny asked him to come before he left town, and Alexis was there, and she was asking Jason if she could be his Danny's legal guardian. He didn't really give an answer yet because Alexis went shut up, and then Dante showed up to arrest him. Colin got to Dante, and once Jason arrested, I'm like, oh lordy. I don't know if it's official spoilers, but a few people have said that they heard that Jason's gonna get kidnapped. So I'm trying to figure out, how does it get kidnapped from going into custody with Dante? But I don't know. We just have to wait and see. And that's but it looks like Jason has a gun, or he's looks like he's gonna fight going in with Dante. But of course, Dante has to come and mess up stuff. Just like Ava is messing up stuff by basically telling um Sidwell that Carly's up to no good and she's just playing Lucas to for whatever reason. Oh, she said to break up him and Marco. So Sidwell's gonna be, extra looky at Carly. Thank you, Ava. You useless trick. She's acting very Nina in that episode. And actually the last couple episodes she was in, like when she's at Windermere when Carly was there and she found the safe. It's like, ugh, go away, girl. You need Ava, you can do better than this, but whatever. Speaking of the safe, Marco was able to get in the safe and get Britt's meds and got it to Britt. Um, Cullom actually caught him. I think it was Cullom that caught him the first time, but the meds weren't in there. And he said that he thought it was his day to administer the medicine to Britt. And then Cullom talked to Pascal, and Pascal said that he already talked to Marco, and Marco already knows that was his day. But anyways, six new valves came in, and Marco took two, and of course Pascal went in there and saw them. Yeah, Pascal has been trying to warn Sidwell about his son and of Lucas, but Sidwell, just brushes it off or whatever. But I really think that Marco should have found something else to replace Britt's meds. Just anything from the hospital. Lucas could have picked up anything from the hospital. Could just be filled with water or something. Just put it in there so that you know, it would. Of course, they would figure it out eventually, but not automatically once they open the safe or whatever. Mhm. But I still don't think that Britt actually needs the meds. I think they're trying to make her think that she needs the meds. I said this before a while ago. Just I guess around the time when she was talking with Jason and stuff about the meds. It's just I don't know. It just feels like she doesn't really need them. It's like they're just making her think that she needs them in order to keep her in line because that's pretty much the thing that keeps Britt going is I need my meds, I need my meds. But if she doesn't need them, then she could blow this whole thing out of the water. And I really don't think she has Huntington's. I don't know. I guess something with the drug is making her feel it, but making her feel okay at the same time. I don't know. But I don't think she really has it. But yeah, Marco gave Britt um, the meds. And no, Marco didn't give them. Lucas gave Britt the meds. Marco was still at the office, and Cullum showed up with a knife behind his back. So it looks like he's going to do some damage to Marco. I'm not sure if he's going to torture him into telling him what he needs to know, or is he gonna cut his throat. I don't know. But either way, it's going to be messy. And Rocco was listening in on Lucas and Britt talking. Ooh. Yeah, Rocco went to Brett and asked her if she would be his mentor at the hospital. Looks like he wants to get into medicine or at least learn a little bit more. And she nicely turned him down and tried to push him towards, talking with Lucas because, her schedule is really backed up or whatever. But yeah, he saw her bags thinking that she was leaving, so he followed her down to the pier and stuff. So I'm like, I wonder what's he gonna hear and if he's going to say anything or be there when somebody shows up and something happens to Britt or Lucas or both of them or all three of them. Yeah, because nobody said. I don't know. Maybe I should look at the spoilers to see if Britt gets kidnapped too or Rocco gets kidnapped or something. I don't know. I feel like something else is gonna happen. I don't know. Mm. But what else I was gonna say? Hmm. Oh, Brad. Brad's back. It's funny because last week I was like, "Where is Brad?" And then popped up this week. Alrighty, telling Brett, stay away from Jason. Doesn't treat you right. He's like, as soon as Carly breaks a nail, he'll be running over there. And oh my goodness. Okay, I laughed at that, but I didn't like that he was so negative towards Jason and Brett being together. But I understand. I understand his how he feels. Your friend's been wronged too many times by Jason. And Jason's track record, even before they were involved, definitely shows poor signs. But I really feel like Jason is really committed to Britt because he's ready to go away with Britt while leaving Carly in the hands of Valentine. Not that Carly's complaining because, Valentine knew what he was doing, knocking the boots. Oh, lordy. But yeah, and he went to go talk to Lucas. Also, basically, sort of kind of the same conversation he had with Brett. Your lover is not really good, bad dude. But and I was like, Brett, you're a bad dude too. And I was like, bad guys recognize bad guys. So, mm-mm. But we shall see how that comes. Also, I was talking about Mark. Well, Marco kept talking about, his telling Lucas, his dad will protect him. His dad is there. His dad won't hurt you. Makes me feel like dad will do something or won't stand in the way of something happening. So, I don't know. Just the more that somebody drills something into you, the more it feels like, it's going to be the opposite of what they think. Especially on soap opera. Yeah. What else was I going to say? I didn't take any notes. It's just stuff that just basically stuff that just popped into my head. But oh, I didn't say this. I think that Danny should stay with Tracy. I mean, he already lives at the Quartermains. He's spent more time at the Quartermains than he has at Alexis's, from what I've seen. And I think that Tracy's more of a stern adult figure for him versus Alexis. Yeah, and Alexis want to talk bad about Tracy, having the nannies raise Ned and Dylan, but Alexis, look at what you raised. You raised Christina. Oh, you know what? I think I can't remember because I restarted doing this video, so I can't remember if I said this. So if I said this, my bad. But yeah, Tracy's definitely what Danny needs, and hopefully she will see him making out his cousin and tell him, no, that's gross. Oh lordy. Yeah, speaking of which, Olivia blowing this hella out of proportion of Michael and Jacinda in the gatehouse. I'm like, I understand where she's coming from, you should lock the door, but then again, you shouldn't just be barging into doors, especially when it's like you see the lights on, obviously somebody's in there, so you should knock before just barging in. It's not, the fridge or something. Can't just open the door and see what's in it. Olivia should have knocked, while Michael and Jacinda should have locked the door, but I can understand. They just went in there to sit down, didn't think much of it, that anybody would be roaming around and opening a gay house. Not only that, but he used to live there with Willow. So it's like, kind of like his old home. So you don't just burst into somebody's home. That's rude. Even if you know them, love them, and you used to live there, you still not. Yeah, but I understand they didn't think to lock the door. They were just sitting there chilling with the fire, and then next thing you know, you're passionately hugging each other, and you don't think about the door not being locked. So I see both sides of the argument. But the fact that she called a family meeting and brought in Ned and Tracy, not even the whole family. Brooklyn and Chase went there, whatever. Olivia, I think Olivia got to Michael that night about not locking the door. She didn't need to bring in everybody out. Auntie Tracy and cousin Ned in on this too. It's stupid. I'm like, oh, lordy. There are kids that live here, blah blah blah. What if Danny saw something? I'm like, Danny's a teenage boy. He already knows all about sex. He's probably even looked at some porn by now. Come on. Olivia, shut the hell up. But I'm glad that Tracy, she, you know, was, you know, Tracy was the voice of reasoning, which is funny. That Tracy's always the voice of reasoning. That's why she should be there for Danny, not Alexis. But I just thought it was funny how Olivia was trying to basically judge Jacinda. Yeah, she might, be a lady of the night, but just because that's her job or was her job doesn't mean that she's automatically a bad person. And I'm glad Michael brought up Bobby. She used to do that stuff back in the day. I'm like, that's way before I started watching. When I started watching, she was a nurse. Okay. Oh Lord. But it's just like I'm looking at Olivia. I'm like, you have really good choices in men. You had two kids by mobsters. I was waiting for Tracy to bring that up, but she just waited till Michael left. And I'm sure that Olivia, if this scene continues on to Monday, I think that Tracy will bring that up for sure. It's like I love some Julian Jerome, but he was a mobster and Sonny's a mobster, and I'm just like, you don't not only did you were with these men, but you had children with these men. So shut the hell up. Jacinda's not out here popping people because they looked at you funny or they may or may not have killed your lover. So shut the hell up, Olivia. On that note. And I like how Michael just went to the Metro Court and just made out with Jacinda, who was in red leather for some reason. I don't know. She was talking to Christina. But I've been having a feeling that Christina's gonna end up falling for Jacinda and maybe try to be Miss Save Miss Still Your Girl. That would be funny. But Jacinda, you can do much better than that. You don't pick the wrong. Well, Michael's not. Even though he was adopted by Sonny, he's still truly a quartermain. But whatever. But speaking of well, not quartermain, demon spawns. Jocelyn. Oh yeah, Jocelyn climbing into Britt's room, basically trying to ask her for protection or something. I'm like, girl, Olivia, oh lordy, Britt is nice. I would have slammed the window on her, tossed her out the window. That's just me. But yeah, Jocelyn keeps going up in Carly's face and stuff, especially when Sunny was there, and I'm like, Carla looked like she was about to choke her or something, but she held back very well. Carly's good one. But yeah, but I think it was funny how Valentine when Carly and Valentine were talking, and he was like, any regrets? And I was like, Carly is not regretting that. Valentine. That's been a long, long, long time since she's been with a real man. I think about it. Carly has really bad taste in men. They all suck. They all suck in more ways than one. But but I thought that the way that Valentine was looking before he walked away, it looked like he was trying to invite Carly back up to the attic. Oh lordy. But Bernard, oh my gosh. I was trying to think, I was like, have they haven't seen since Carly and Valentine had sex? And yeah, it's just like the whole time he was there and talking, Carly was like, "Are you done, fucker? So I can go get my passionately hug more with Valentine." That's how she looked to me. I was like, I don't blame you, girl. But I'm still trying to think, does he even know about Anna? I can't remember if Carly told him or not. But I guess Fiona is on another break, so we won't whatever's going on with Anna probably will have to wait for, who knows. I don't know. But oh yeah, Nathan and Lulu. Ugh, I can't believe they had sex. And I think, why does it feel like James was purposely messing with stuff just to mess with Lulu because he wants his parents back together? I don't know. I just have a feeling that it was hasn't been said yet, but I think I think that James might try to get his parents back together. It'd be cool. But I was like, we want them back together too. Only some strange people don't want them back together. Even though I don't think that that's really Nathan. But we shall see. I did do a video talking about how I don't think that's Nathan and my reasons why. If you haven't checked that out, I'll link it at the end of the video. But lastly, I want to talk about Rick and Liz. Oh my goodness, I was like smiling, but then I was going to cry because I was like, oh. Yeah, Rick wants to put down roots and Port Charles, get himself a nice place, and he wants to get it with Liz. Oh lordy, and he told her that he is going to be Sonny's lawyer. Oh yeah, Sonny told Diana's like, oh yeah, you can take care of my paperwork and stuff, but Rick is gonna handle everything else. Oh lordy, and that girl in her wig. I don't care what she says. That's a wig. I mean, I guess technically it's her hair because she paid for it, but and I'm not convinced that's real. No way, that real. But anyways, Liz was kind of worried because it's like you're working with you and Sunny, always have conflicts. But Rick's talking about how he's a changed man, and even tried to tell her what happened with Ava, and Liz like, I'm gonna stop you right here. I don't want to hear nothing about this. Uh, but yeah, and Lucas interrupted, and I forgot what he said to Liz if she should try it or not. But basically, Liz is gonna give Rick a chance, and I just wanted to cry. And she just told him, "Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm a hot mess." Basically, that's what she said. She's not perfect, and Rick's like, "You're perfect to me." And I'm like, "Stop it! Stop it! I can't take it. It's so beautiful." That's just me fangirling. So I wonder what's gonna happen and how Ava's gonna react when she sees them together. I know she's a jealous bitch. I'm gonna shut up. I think we can talk for 18 minutes, but that's all I say about this week's episode. I feel like more happened, but I can't think of anything that really sticks out. So maybe it's not all that important. But let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you enjoyed this week, and if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe for more General Hospital videos. And I talk about the other four soaps also whenever a thought comes to my mind of what video I should do for them. So, so when they get posted, watch that also. Subscribe for that also. And I'm really bad at ending videos, so I'm just gonna shut the hell up. Enjoy your weekend. It's beautiful weekend here. Sun shining. It's gonna be warm. Flip flop weather. That means I have to paint my toes. Anyways, shut up. All 10 of my toes. If you you know what I'm talking about. If you watch that other soap. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.